Did you see Kyrie's new celebration that
Yeah.
he talked about? I'm a bus driver, and you're riding on the bus. Get on the back of the bus, kids. Because somehow putting on a seatbelt means you're a bus driver. He don't do this. He don't do this.
And
I'm
that's the
the
thing.
bus driver.
All right, welcome to another episode of Casuals, guys. We lost everything. They took away our studio. I live on the streets. My family has abandoned me. No, that's not real. Casuals is on the road. I'm doing some work. It's the start of the NBA season. Media day is happening. We're going to talk about it all. So I'm on the road doing some work here, but we're like, we can't go a week without providing you guys, us, goofing off about basketball and the NBA. So I thought, who's a guest who's always there for us? Follow through regular, just written up as one of the comics. Is it comics to watch in Vulture? Ladies and gentlemen, I never.
Comics you should and will know.
Okay, you should and will know. So they're mandating it here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the show. Rob Haze. Rob, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing well. One day I'm gonna do the show with another guest. I don't know why. I don't know what word about me is going around follow through that I can't be around other guests. I play nicely with others, I promise.
Rob, you're in the same text threads where I ask two people, you and Jamel. I'm like, hey,
Wow,
anyone want to come on?
just put Jamel on blast.
Jamel does everything else. You guys are always around, but honestly, the two guest thing is ambitious. We are sticking to it. We're going to continue to try to do that because we think that's
Outside of
fun.
me, two
No,
guests.
I think you know what. We
I
just
would
want to
love
give you
to
all the
be there
shine.
with the guests.
Yeah. Who are some of your dream guests?
Blake Griffin. He's deciding whether he wants to retire. Come on through. Come on through casuals.
I honestly am a little like there is part of me that is like maybe if he is retired, he'll probably live in LA, pursue the arts like we are, and we could probably get him on.
Jason Sudeikis.
That'd be a good one. Yep.
He played some ball. He rocks Jordan threes sometimes.
He has
Uh,
he I think he likes some interesting sneakers because he's like an OG, but then also will wear like what are those blue and yellow threes?
do the right thing threes. That's
Are
what made
those
me respect him. That's
yeah.
what made me respect him because it's like that's from an era where like you had to be locked in. You had to be into it.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
those coming out in stores and being able to like just grab them.
No, no. Charles Barkley.
I appreciate you thinking that our show is of that standard that we can get these
I'm
guests.
gonna. And you said dream. I dream big. I'm in an article this week. What do you think I'm gonna say? Somebody that's been on the show before? You got them already. I want the views. I wanted to go crazy.
Maybe,
John
yeah.
Morant.
Okay, we'll get him. We'll get him. He's not busy the first half of the
Yeah,
season.
yeah. They just approved him to travel.
Hey, but
You
you know
know
what? I'm not gonna babysit him. I'm here. If he's on the show, I'm gonna push him.
why would you push him on casuals?
Oh, you
This
didn't get
show is
that,
all about goofy stuff and making you eat nasty
Rob?
sandwiches,
That
and
joke,
now you want to be 60 minutes. What's wrong with you?
the joke went over your head. You didn't see that.
Wait, what?
It's okay. This is a perfect segue into it. They interviewed D Rose at Media Day, and he was like, "I'm not here to babysit John Moran. I'm here to push him." So I was saying if he's on casuals,
Oh, I didn't see that. Did D Rose wear glasses? Because he's been wearing glasses on podcasts.
okay, not to shit on D Rose too much, but why? Okay, he's wearing glasses on podcasts a lot. Why do you think he's
Yeah.
wearing that?
I mean, I think he needs glasses, but also it's like now it's a 2023 interview because you never seen him
Yeah.
wear glasses before. Like, oh, this isn't Minnesota D Rose. This is current Memphis D Rose.
But no, that is such like cartoon logic when it's like when someone someone is old, like in a cartoon, they're like, we got to make an old version. You put glasses on them, so it is like,
Hmm.
man, we're at the phase in D Rose's career where he wears glasses.
He has all his hair. It's black as far as we know.
Yeah,
So yeah, he's got to put some glasses on.
that's what's always thrown me off when like some of these guys, because like an older athlete is like 31, and then they're like,
Yeah,
who he's the old man in the locker room. It's like that guy's 31 years old. D Rose is I think mid 30s, but like maybe not even mid 30s. I think he's like in his early 30s, but man, that makes me
yeah,
feel
he might
old
be
if he's
younger than
old.
me. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah. No,
definitely
when I see Gilbert Arenas, I'm like, he looks the same. He looks the
yeah.
same. All he did was cut off his sideburns. That's it. And now he's like, oh yeah, I'm retired. Like he looks the exact same.
Yeah. Okay, so we did want to talk. There's a few things we want to talk about because we didn't get a chance to, we're a weekly show. We weren't like, we're going to get a little bit better about breaking news on the show. So we obviously, people haven't heard our takes, and I don't even want to call it a take, but Dame Lillard got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks out of
Wait,
nowhere.
what?
Shut up, Rob. Okay, give me your thoughts on Dame. I don't want to hear was it a good what is a good trade. I don't want to hear man they're in contention now to win the championship. Damian Lillard in Milwaukee, how does that make you feel?
Honestly, I'm interested. I'm
Yeah,
interested. I love what it does to the Milwaukee Miami rivalry that the league is ignoring. They don't play on Christmas, they don't play opening weekend, and they've met up in the playoffs 3 of the last 4 years. These franchises don't like each other. They've maintained the same personnel more than a lot of other franchises. And so, do you have some people still there from 2020, still there from 2021, still there from last year? And so, it's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. They got to play each other like 4 times.
yeah. No, it is interesting in that people have been talking about, man, I feel bad for Dame. He went from Portland to Milwaukee. And you know what? I want on this show, I want to start standing up for these small markets as well.
Yeah,
Um, you're rich. I will live on Mars if I'm making Dame money. You know what I mean? Like,
you're richer in a small market.
yeah,
You get a super max in a small market. You're richer than someone with a max in a big market. You're
it's
making
great.
like that's way more than if you lived in the Bay, if you live in Boston, if you live in LA.
I'm pretty sure Steph Curry lives in a condo in the Bay.
Yeah. He's struggling. That's why he's got to dribble with both hands. He
That's
can't
why he
afford to dribble with one hand.
That's why he always plays extra games in the season because he needs to make more money. Those are extra shifts. People call it the playoffs and the finals, but that's overtime.
That's why he's shooting from the tunnel because he's like, I'm not used to this much space.
We're gonna put down below in the comments or in the caption. We're gonna put a GoFundMe for Steph Curry
Hey man,
struggling.
raise some money for Steph,
Rent is too
Kevon,
high. Kevon Looney, yeah.
Draymond, yeah, CP3. He had to move out there.
So obviously the trade did create a domino effect around the league. Since then, we saw Drew go to Boston. Quick thoughts on Drew to Boston?
I love it. I love it. I hated them losing Marcus Smart, but they got the right piece, what they need. I think his mind and Jalen Brown's mind, they're gonna come up with some crafty stuff. I'm excited. I can't trust Porzingis. I don't I
Yeah,
don't trust Porzingis to do anything but argue with someone at some point this season, his team or the other team. But I am excited about Drew Holiday, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum. I am excited about them. Less excited about Jason Tatum because of questionable movie tattoos, but
we covered it a lot, but I know you guys. I was listening to your podcast in season with Jamel. Um, yeah, that's something like that should have been a bigger off-season story.
honestly, he should be thanking Coach
Oh,
Prime. If
Yeah.
anybody should be thinking Coach Prime is Jason Tatum and his tattoo artist because they're getting the heat off of that tattoo. But the wild thing is, I thought Dame was playing chess. I thought him telling everyone he wanted to go Miami, he was playing chess. And then when it comes to find out, Dame really wanted to go Miami. Like he was playing tag. He just went up to Miami and was like, "You're it." Like that. Like that's not gonna get you to Miami. You got to be more strategic when you're
Yeah.
talking to other teams. If you think you got a destination you want to go to, you can't just be like, "I want to go to Miami." Like, no.
But that's what we're not talking about enough is that there was no he was like, yeah, I'm only going to Miami. I'm not showing up to other training camps. And then they were like, hey, you got traded to the Bucks. He's like, I'm so excited to come to Milwaukee and play along. It was just
Oh
so
no! In the press
quick.
conference, he said he was upset. He said he was like, I was in my theater room, and I was mad for a while. And then I started getting all the texts. It was like, "Is it true? Is it true?" from my family and stuff. And then, I realized like this is probably the best situation basketball wise. I think Dame wasn't loyal to Portland. Dame was loyal to the color red. He was like,
Black and red,
I
he
want
could.
to wear red my whole career. And then they send him somewhere where they haven't worn red since like 2008, since Larry Sanders was on the team.
Yeah.
And now he's like stressed out because he's like, oh my God, I never saw myself in green. I've only saw myself like in red and PDX carpet color.
They do need to bring back I think Giannis had a year where they wore those old Milwaukee. It was like
With the
the
deer on them,
yeah, the
the
Lou
the
Alcindor.
ugliest jerseys.
No, not on the deer. It was like where it just says
Oh,
Milwaukee. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh
Where it
yeah,
just says
yeah,
Milwaukee. But you're right. No, I thought the same thing. I was like, man, because when a player gets traded, my immediate thought is that jersey gonna look fire. And
yeah.
when we were all thinking Miami, I was like, what a boring. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna pick up that jersey because I already do have a Dame Blazers jersey. I need a new, I need a new color in green. A green Dame jersey that is enticing.
Ransom note Dame jersey would have been hard.
Yeah, yeah. But what about heat culture
White hot
jersey?
jersey would have been hard.
Yeah, I think they're not even doing that anymore. They're doing the heat culture jersey where it just says
What's that?
heat. It. Oh my god, you haven't seen it yet, Rob?
No, I know about L Heat.
Well, I'm going to describe it to
I
you, and
haven't Heat. Since D Wade retired, I really don't know any Heat jerseys. I remember that year they had the Miami Vice jerseys,
yeah, those are sick.
the pink and the turquoise.
I think that they were. Yeah, look up after this pod. Look up the heat culture jerseys, and I'm sure
That's
Max
gonna
can
be good
drop
for the
in.
audience if I look it up after the pod. That's what the audience wants. Me to do homework after the pod and then come back during the in season tournament and be like, I finally saw those jerseys. They were hard.
We'll do a flashback. You don't know. This is casuals
Previously.
on the road. Yeah. We're gonna do a previously on. Look, we're all about building tension. The writer strike is over. Now we get to build tension. We get to create stories. So that's a
Hmm.
little foreshadowing for when you do like the heat culture jerseys. They're terrible, by the
Yeah.
way. Okay. So you think Dame is mad because he wanted to be in a black and red jersey? I think he wore purple in college. But
Okay.
you know, um, what I'm trying to think of what else happened because of Dame. Oh, so we got DeAndre Ayton on the Blazers, and he
Hey,
came in all
hey.
smiles.
He needs to do some Googling
What do you mean?
because they were like, what is, what are the people going to say about you on defense and offense this year? And he was like, dominate. My name is Domin Ayton. And then now he's got this back tattoo that says dominating, but it looks like whip splashes. So it's like, wait a minute, are you BDSM? Is this a BDSM tattoo that you're trying to apply to like defense?
And you want
Are
me to
you are
talk
you
now?
are you ball is like or ball gag is like?
Yeah, no. The thing is, I don't. Again, we were just talking about Tatum's tattoos. sometimes people don't have the wisest of choices when it comes down to tattoos. I totally hear you. I do. Yeah, I'm imagining it, and that's pick a different font, buddy. People are uploading
Yeah,
new fonts all the time. Go to dafont.com. A lot of good fonts on there.
yeah. Shout out to the font. I definitely be
Font
on that. They'd be
family.
like, "This is not for commercial use," and I be commercializing them. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't believe the uploader really made the font for Batman Forever. I don't believe it. I don't believe Joe
That's
Schumacher
true.
knew you at all. I'm sorry.
You don't know. I mean, the people are hard up. We're talking again. The strike and all this is people aren't getting the right amount of money for their work. The person who did the Batman Forever font, might have uploaded that to
You
the
know
font.
the Raiders font and Supreme is the same font.
Oh, really? Just
Yeah, it's called
italicized?
Futura. Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
Raiders one's bolded, but yeah.
And Nike uses Futura quite a bit too. I think Just Do It is the Futura font.
Come on. It's
That's what I'm
it's the street
saying.
it's the choice font of streetwear.
Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
nice. It's bold. It's clean. I like that font
Mm-hmm.
too, but it's not
Font
touching.
content. Where you gonna get that anywhere else? These other shows they don't talk about fonts, dog. They just
All
they
right, let's do a draft of favorite fonts for this upcoming season. No, I'm kidding. Okay, let's get into media.
I do like the Bucks last name font Lillard. It did look cool.
Yeah,
The zero looks cool in they little
box and
it's a
square.
little hexagon. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the Bucks. Again, I will say it. The Bucks uniforms are tight. They even got that blue one. That blue one is fire. We rarely see that, but they got a
Mm-hmm.
lot of nice, not a lot of nice jerseys. I'm gonna pick up a Dame. I'm trying to figure out which one. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see Dame. I think he'll thrive there. I think him and Giannis are going to be fun personalities. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
great. Okay, so I've been traveling all day. Today is media day. Some media days were a little bit earlier for other teams, but today was the bulk of the teams. We're seeing everyone in new threads. We're seeing press conferences asking people, players, their thoughts on the upcoming season. What did you see today that got you really excited, or you were just like, oh man, here we go again?
Um, I like some of the shoe choices. Devin Booker wearing Chucks was wild.
That was
You
sick.
know, yeah. Uh, Especially because this is his first year with his own signature shoe, and he's like, "I'm gonna show up with the first signature shoe.
Yeah,
Forget the book ones. I'm going with the Chuck
the
ones."
Chucks. You think Chuck
No,
wore his at media day?
I think Chuck was the media. From what I heard, Chuck Taylor would go to the park, play against people who didn't know about sneakers, bust them, and then sell the sneakers out of his trunk.
Really?
Yeah,
How do you know this NBA I mean, not this is basketball
that
history.
was pre NBA. This this more than 75 years ago. This is
Yeah.
like 100 years ago.
Okay, so I do like that. I think I also saw on Good Burger's account, if you follow Good Burger, that Meta World Peace was one of the first. He wore when he was in like Kings Media Day. He was rocking low top black chucks.
Okay. Yeah,
So
no,
got a shout
I
out.
like
Yeah,
players wearing shoes that you wouldn't typically see them wear. I like AD wearing the LeBron ones. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Giving the Kobe's a rest. And also it shows, like, hey, I'm rocking with LeBron this year. We locked in. I like
That
that.
yeah.
I like Ingram in the pure money threes, you know, busting them out the closet. Probably didn't know they was gonna have a white backdrop. You know
You
what I'm
know who?
saying? Or
You know who I liked was DeMar Rosen. DeMar DeRozan rocked those Chicago. I think Supreme Up Tempos. Were those Supreme Up
yeah,
Tempos? Yeah.
yeah. With the shy up to the lows.
Yeah, because other than that, those shoes were pretty. I passed on them real easily. They're just a little
Hmm.
too red. They look like a blown up kid's shoe, right? Like a Todd. Like my son Conrad, he would rock those. But
Yeah,
for some reason, if you're on the Bulls, that's an incredible shoe to rock, especially at media day, because that photo is going to be around the whole season.
the whole season, the media guide. Different player materials, different posters and stuff. Um, Trophy Room Seven's not really a favorite shoe of mine, but it looked cool on Bam. Bam
Yeah,
cracking up at Jimmy Butler.
we didn't get to that yet, but we'll get to it in a second. I wanted to call out who was it? Oh, Christian Wood wearing the Adidas crazy ones, the Kobe's. What did you think? That's a I think if you're gonna rock Adidas Kobe's and you were the last Laker to sign this year, so there's a little bit of like hesitancy. You know, he had some character, I guess, a reputation that he's trying to like erase this season. What did you think about that move? Him breaking out those Adidas Kobe's.
Honestly, I can't fault anybody who wears above a size 15. What size Christian Wood
Got to
wears? He
be,
just got to
got to be
get
17.
what he can get. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I'd be surprised if he wore something like something hype. I'd be surprised if he was out there with some protection pack New Balances or something like your man. Your man's got a huge foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the crazy ones, he can get those. I believe that.
that's a shoe where I thought if you got a big foot, don't wear those. Those things will look like the new Tesla Cybertruck or whatever.
They do got a Cybertruck look to them. I still want a pair. I know you got several, but
Yeah,
yeah, I still want a pair.
they're not comfy. So, but and they're kind of hanging out. Um,
How long before they fold? How many wears do you got before they just look like they've been in a car crash?
uh, what the self driving stops working?
Because that's the thing is like when you see them used on eBay, they look like they've had some impact to the front end.
Right, right. I would say I've worn them about like two times each on a couple colorways. I would say the white colorway and the sunshine colorway. They look fine, but
Okay,
they're not comfy and they're heavy. Like
I
I
got
know
you.
that the retros aren't made to the specifications that players are rocking, but I have no idea how Kobe won championships in them.
He didn't care. And he wore a new pair every night, probably.
And that's even worse.
I don't know. I don't know when you the Mamba and you running up and down that court, you probably break them in on the first play.
He wasn't the Mamba
On the
yet
tip,
though.
and you just right. They
um,
hadn't made Kill Bill yet. That is
yeah,
true.
they didn't
Unless
make Kill
unless
Bill that
Tarantino told him about it on the sideline, and then he was like, "I'll tell everybody else about it after the movie comes out."
we need to shout out. I hope Tarantino. You know what? We need a photo shoot of Tarantino with every Kobe that is now hard to get, just hanging out
Yeah.
there. You know, people don't give Tarantino enough credit for the Black Mamba.
How fire would it be if you saw Tarantino in the Bruce Lee Kobe's?
That'd be
Because
sick.
that's like full circle. Because like she's in Kill Bill, she's wearing the yellow because of what Bruce Lee wore in Return of the Dragon or when the movie where he's got the
Yeah,
yellow on. Y'all know which one it is.
and
And
no,
so
no,
then
Game of Death, Game of Death.
Game of Death. Yeah, sorry, I apologize, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Don't hit me in these streets.
I was gonna say, and for a guy who loves feet, not enough sneaker content from Quentin Tarantino.
Cause no, he hates sneakers. He loves
They
feet
cover
so
the
much
feet.
that when he sees sneakers,
Right,
he
right,
gets pissed. You know,
right.
Tarantino be walking by Foot Locker like, man, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait till they close, dog. I can't wait, man. Like, yeah, Tarantino hates feet, dog. Like happy socks, he be mad.
Yeah. Sorry,
He'll
I had
knock
a.
down all the happy socks at happy socks and then walk out.
Do you ever think he walks into a Foot Locker and go, "This is false advertising"?
He like, yo, the slides is it. Y'all should get on the slide. No socks. These Adidas slides with the little joints, like,
Uh,
man, that's what y'all need.
all right, I feel like we could go on forever riffing about Quentin Tarantino and feet. All right, you alluded to it. You brought it up before. Jimmy Butler, I think, made headlines once again at media day, rocking this new emo haircut. I feel like
Come on.
a lot of great memes. What was your first reaction to that, Rob?
Doing a sequel to a great bit is difficult. Last
Yeah,
year was one of the great bits just in sports, period. Like the extensions. shaving the face. It was unexpected. This year, you're coming back, and now it's like, all right, what, G didn't have to do a bit this year. The bit was so good last year. He didn't have to do a bit. You just lost the finals. So you could come back and just be like, I'm regular Jimmy Butler this year. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's serious. But
Mm-hmm.
no, you're doing a bit. The Dame trade just happened. What I love about this bit so much is that for him to do it, it required less than what the last bit required. The
Yeah.
last bit, you had to buy extensions, you had to schedule an appointment. You had this one you could kind of do on the fly, and it was as creative. And I love that. I don't know if his eyebrows was always pierced or if he got them pierced for the bit, but he had his nails painted black. He had eyeliner on. He went full rock and roll. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. Also, your man had a tunnel video for media day. That's the opposite of what media day is about. In the off season, we can see you in regular clothes
Yeah.
every day if you want us to. Who is putting cameras in the tunnels for media day?
I mean,
Why are we
he
seeing the Joker walk in to media day? I don't
he
even see that.
knows. He knows. Like he like the thing is he prepared and who knows what he would have done had they gotten Dame and it was like a productive summer. But I think what's great about Jimmy is he knows he's so good that he can play games like this and he can live it up. He knew, oh, I got to show up in a fire fit. Oh, I'm going to do this little bit. Because not only did he do that, he also then did a character when there was like a Taylor Rooks interview where he's like, I'm emotional, I'm sad. This guy
Yeah,
is
yeah. Oh,
24/7
he's doing a
on.
bit. No,
It's
no, no.
incredible.
That's part of the bit is his commitment and
Yeah.
never being like, okay, you guys know this isn't me. Because I think that sooner or later the Players Association is going to be like, all right, we cannot allow players to not look like themselves on media day, and they're going to figure out a way and language to crack down on this behavior because it's too much fun. We're
Yeah.
having too much fun, and the minute we have fun with something that a player does, you know, big basketball is going to have to be like, no, stop having so much fun. You
Right,
know,
right. So, okay, closing thoughts on Jimmy Media Day.
I thought it was great. Ball out boy, foul out boy. You know what I'm saying? All the different memes, all the different names. Yeah, I
This,
I
yeah,
loved it. I think that he's raising the bar. He's raising the bar for media days to come. And there might be a time where Jimmy's abilities aren't there and teams sign him because they're like, we we need the attention. We just need one of those bits. Just
yeah,
please do a bit. But yeah, no, this is classic stuff. And to do it as a superstar, that picture
huge.
is gonna be in so many previews for national televised games. There's so many ABC games, games on Max, where you're gonna see, the American idiot himself, Jimmy Butler, with the
But
like
they're
in
gonna
the
start.
wedding singer.
That's why we're gonna get a whole season. They're gonna start using his 2K picture. It is
Hmm.
great. Like even though if they're gonna go, people are gonna go out of their way to not use the picture,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be great, and everyone's just gonna remember that bit. That's the thing too. Again, levels to it because he
yeah,
knows like he's gonna affect people this season later on. Like he might have a historic season. They got to keep going back to
right.
using that
What if they
photo.
bring back NBA Jam and now
They got
that's his picture?
yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's genius. It's genius. And I will say too, Jimmy, a thank you from the fans because yeah, the memes were on fire yesterday. And like that's what NBA Twitter is all about. And the fact that we're doing that on a media day, like I'm just yesterday was officially like I cannot wait until we got games. People are doing stuff. I saw Pat Bev
yeah.
in a Sixers uniform. I forgot he's like there's going to be lots to come, and so like that was a perfect way to kick it off.
It had media day on fire, and with football being as exciting and fun as it is right now, the NBA needed something, and Jimmy Butler and his antics came through, and nobody noticed that Jordan Poole looks more like a cop than Travis Kelsey. I don't
They
know what's going
definitely are
on over
like
there in
buddy.
DC.
They're buddy cops. That would definitely would work. It's like Starsky and Hutch, Jordan Poole and Travis Kelsey. He still is he's kind of smiling now. Jordan Poole on the
Yeah,
Wizards. I don't know. I don't think he's happy. I saw
I
like him
think
and
he's gonna ball out. I think he's gonna ball out.
yeah.
That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for Jordan Poole to go crazy this year, do all the antics. You know what I'm saying? Take the sleeve off, trip over the sleeve, bounce the ball, shoot the ball on one knee. You know what I'm saying? All that
Wink at a
type of stuff.
lady in the
Yeah,
crowd. Yeah,
you
no,
know
it's
the
gonna be
baddies coming
fantastic.
straight from brunch. DC is a baddie town. They be
Hmm.
out there. They coming to the games. Jordan Poole gonna go crazy. Watch, mark my words.
All right. So that was media day. I posted my Instagram story that we're going to be doing from my hotel version of Casuals, and I asked them, "Hey, are there any questions that you want me and my guest Rob Haze to answer?" And we actually got a few. So Max, our producer behind the scenes here, Max compiled the questions. So Max, let's rifle off a few of these and answer some questions from the casual viewers.
Billy asks, how many total points would each of you score over an 82 game season if you average 20 minutes a game?
So I think let's answer this. What do you think your first 10 game average would be and your last 10 game average would be if you were to play a full 82 game NBA schedule? Thanks for the question. I think it's Billy Scafuri. Shout out Billy.
Honestly, I in my whole playing career from when I was 4 till now, in an actual organized game with a scoreboard, I've only scored one basket the whole time.
Damn.
So in the NBA, if I'm playing 20 minutes, I'm gonna say point five, and that's a stretch.
That's
Point
nice.
five is a
Yeah.
stretch. Point five is like somebody blocked the ball, it hit against my head, went in on some
Shacked in a
like
fool.
yeah, on some movie Shaq and a Fool type stuff, and that happened like 40 something games.
It's getting bounced off your head into the hoop.
No, maybe like 20 something games for me to even get that point five. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I gotta hit the ball in like 21 times for me to average point five.
I feel like you would be like there would be the first time that a concussion tent happens in the NBA if that's happening as much
Hmm.
for you get a
Hmm.
half point average in the NBA.
Honestly, I'm just there so that when Grant Williams takes a break, I can come in, and then they're convinced that he's still in the game. You know what I'm saying? That's really what my role would be, to just be like a stand-in for Grant Williams.
And Rob, okay, I know we've talked about it. I think you were getting some comparisons to Grant Williams last year,
I
and
used to get Tatum. I used to get
used to
Tatum,
get
and not
Tatum.
get Grant Williams. Yeah.
But the thing is, I see it a little bit in the way you look. But then he's a goofball. So I'm like, when he was flexing at media day for the Mavs, I was like, this is
Oh,
Rob. This is Rob.
you know what? Let's add him to the dream list. Me and Grant Williams on casuals. Let's make it happen.
That would be funny.
Yeah, that would be
Okay.
hard.
I would say for me, yeah, I mean similar. I think I would score 0 points in my first 10 games. I think I would maybe average like point 0.8 in my last 10 games. But it's hard. People don't know. Like we had like I'm trying to think of like a player everyone would know. Dewan Wagner, I felt like at the end of his career was averaging like 1 point on the teams that he was on. He didn't end up with the Cavs. That's how we know. Like he didn't work out. He scored 100 points in a high school game, and he couldn't stay in the
Yo,
league.
when Hoop Grizz does the thing and it's like average less than 5 points,
Oh,
I'm so shocked at some of the players that average 5 points. Like I be putting in people at the tail end of their career, and
who?
I'm like, there's no way, and they still average more than 5 points. You
Yeah,
know?
because if you're at
Yeah.
your tail end of your career, like and you're scoring that much, you might even just be like, I'm out. That's not worth it to be averaging four points on the
Hmm.
Mavs, you
Hmm.
know? or on, I'm on the Kings and I'm averaging 3 points, like I could be coaching my son's high school team or something.
Oh, speaking of the Mavs, we didn't talk about it. Did you see Kyrie's new celebration that
Yeah.
he talked about? I'm a bus driver, and you're riding on the bus. Get on the back of the bus, kids. Because somehow putting on a seatbelt means you're a bus driver. He don't do this. He don't do this.
And
I'm
that's the
the
thing.
bus driver.
He could have just called it like buckle up. It's going to be a crazy ride.
Right,
But the bus driver takes so much context.
right, right.
And then I like how he
You
said,
going
all
to
right,
jail now? I'm the bus driver.
he's like, hey, okay, so you guys know how Aaron Rodgers has the discount double. Like he's got to bring up other,
Yeah,
he's got to bring up
yeah.
celebration
With
universes.
cross sports, yeah. I
And
love
people,
Kyrie,
yeah.
but dog, you didn't run that by anybody. You went straight to green screen with that one. You ain't talk to nobody on the phone. Yeah, dog, yeah. I can't
I
wait till Luca Maximin does it. I
That's
can't
what I'm
wait till
saying.
Luca's gonna unbuckle his seatbelt.
No,
Luca's
that
gonna do one of these. You know how when you was a kid and the seatbelt would get on your nerves and you do
yeah,
that to the seatbelt? That's what
yeah.
Luca's gonna do.
Well, no, that's what whoever like Pat Bev's going to be guarding him. He's going to shut him
Oh
down,
yeah.
and he's going to
Yeah, no.
unbuckle his seatbelt,
And
and
then
then
get
he's
on
going
a
to grab this.
motorcycle. He's gonna pop a wheelie.
Yeah, uh, yeah. I'm definitely watching for that. I can't wait to see Kyrie break that out because it's just and also in the heated moments, he's going to like have a crazy layup package, and then
Right?
what? He's going
That
to
speaks for itself. Everyone's going crazy and they go, buckle up, clicking the ticket. If you don't get out of here, I can't wait till Pat Bev takes his bus pass and rips it apart.
kicks him off the bus while it's still driving. All right, Max, hit us with another one.
Kendrew asks, how many more media days until Jimmy Butler shows up in a full furry outfit? So, like, what's next? What's the next level of this bit for Jimmy? Like, what are the levels?
Mm. He can't do a furry outfit. He's gonna have to get fur glued on him.
Yeah, it has to be it has to appear permanent or like
It has to
it's a
appear
choice of
like
expression.
from his skin.
Yeah.
And so then he walks in the tunnel. You just see him. He's got on sweats. You don't even know. And then when he gets in, it's some Teen Wolf action. And he's like, I'm an animal this season. I'm a beast.
Yeah. He might get like he might like take Rogaine, so he starts growing hair
Hmm
on his forehead,
I have
like
to tell y'all something about me this season. I'm not like other guys.
and then he howls
Yeah.
and they're like, "Hey Jimmy, this bit's going a little too far." And then like American Werewolf in London, like he's got like a oh
hmm
my gosh. And then he has to be a wolf that whole season.
Shout out John Landis, man, if you out there watching.
Look, he's got the money to go like full production value and hire like a legit special effects makeup artist to do. He could be a snake one season. He could be you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he can fully commit to whatever he wants.
Oh, like
Avatar.
like one of those people you see on like A&E or like Lifetime or something
Yeah.
that like, oh yeah, I turned myself into a snake. He could do that. I'm thinking spiky mohawk. I'm thinking spiky mohawk. Since the piercings flew, I'm thinking he's getting the spiky mohawk like you used to see people on Jenny Jones with.
Do you remember remember High School High, that one bit that John Lovitz had where he had the cars in his hair? He had like cornrows and he had cars in his hair.
Yeah.
That maybe he sees that movie once. Maybe Jason
Okay.
Tatum shows him that
Okay.
movie. Tatum's like, "Hey, you got to check out High School High," and then
Would
Jimmy comes with that.
would he get in trouble if he had a like there's something about Mary or like Ed Grimley, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
like
like a
the
little
cowlick or like
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah, yeah. The little like joint going. Yeah, that
and
might
then
be
he starts
crazy.
it. Yeah, he starts talking like Ed Grimley. What's
Astro
his name?
Boy hair and the mischief boots. Everybody got Astro Boy shoes. He the only one that get Astro Boy's hair. I think he could do Dragon Ball Z. He
He
could
could.
do Goku. You know, sky's the
Possibilities are
limit.
endless. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Thanks for the question, Kendrew. What else we got, Max?
Are comedians a fun hang? Are and if second question, are NBA players a fun hang?
Well, so I think yes, comedians are a fun hang. We hang with comedians. I think we're fun. What do you think, Rob?
I think comedians are the funnest hang unless we're about to do comedy.
The thing that brings us all
We
together.
are the funnest people to be around unless the show is, unless the performance is 5 minutes away.
Yeah,
Then it's like leave us alone. But I think we're so fun. We don't watch each other like we should. We're
yeah,
we're having so much fun. We are having the funnest riffs. We talking the most trash. We saying the funniest things while someone else is on stage doing the thing that we love more than anything.
yeah. It
You
is a
know,
profession that, for the bulk of the years in the beginning, we get paid $0, but we are
hmm.
clocking in double, triple shifts. We are
Right,
missing our
right.
our real shifts that actually paid us because we were out doing this free job for too long because we loved hanging out so much.
My least favorite thing is talking to comedians and it's like, yo, I'm not having fun right now.
Yeah,
I'm ready to bounce. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it's like to hang out with an athlete. I've never hung out with any pro athletes
you've been around them though.
I haven't hung with
SBs,
any. Yeah, I guess yeah, yeah.
like
I
at
think
those
I got on
SB after
Matumbo's nerves
parties.
a little bit. Uh,
Well,
yeah, I don't think he was too happy with me.
I don't think he was happy that 10 of us ran up to him and went, "Can we have a picture?" Or like, "No, no, 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 no." It's like that could
Yeah,
probably get
yeah.
annoying. But
Mhm, mhm.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, ever hang out with like, I think,
Okay.
yeah.
One time I was in the club
Uh huh.
and Floyd Mayweather was there,
Okay.
and they were like, the money team is in the building. And then Floyd Mayweather like just appeared out of nowhere. Like, I don't know. He just came up. There was like these dudes around him and they moved out the way and Floyd was there. And then everyone rushed to where Floyd was. The dudes came back around him and then he was gone. And they threw like thousands of dollars in the air. And then everyone caught money and went straight to the bar. And that was the littest night I ever had at that club. Everybody was happy. Everybody was dancing.
But
Every
is
like
that
it was people who never buy drinks buying drinks. Like it was great.
is that hanging out though? That just sounds like a guy just like threw money and ran away.
Yeah, but I mean, people came because they found out the money team was gonna be there. He was there. Floyd did come. We did see Floyd for a couple seconds. They probably paid him 20,000. He probably threw 10 of
Yeah.
it, and we was like, "Thank you." And then yeah, and people got lit that night. It was great.
Yeah, to the person who asked that question, I think one, that's awesome, Rob. I don't know if it's like he would have to, like, if that was classified as a good hang, he'd have to be doing that every time you saw him. I'm not sure he would, but yeah, I think athletes are a good hang with, like, the banana boat. They love hanging out with each other. They're sharing stories, chopping it up. What's it like to be an NBA player? Comedians, yeah, we're chopping it up. Now, if it's like a normal person hanging out with a comedian, we're not going to tell you jokes all the time.
Yeah, but if a normal person starts riffing with us, we're gonna take it to another level.
And
It's
they're going to
gonna
be like,
it's
these
gonna
guys
get
aren't fun.
it's gonna get fun. No, it's gonna get super fun. The
Okay.
only people I wouldn't want to hang out with baseball players. I don't like baseball humor. Filling up
Oh,
your car with popcorn, shaving cream pies, and all the goofy stuff they do. I don't,
yeah.
chewing tobacco. I ain't trying to hang out with nobody that plays with grass while they playing their sport. I'm sorry.
It definitely seems a little bit more grody, and yeah, a lot of jockstrap humor, like like
Mm-hmm.
physical,
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, butts and yeah, stuff being out. I feel you
Yeah.
on that.
I feel like they like street jokes. I feel like
Yeah.
if I just went and tried to cook up with them, they'd be like, "Nah, man, I got a good one. A white guy, a black guy,
And you're
and
like, no, 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 no. And they're like, what? My uncle told me this.
I'm just
You're like,
naming baseball players. They really did."
I'm just naming our bullpen. Um, yeah, so I would say, yeah, we're fun to a degree. Everyone's fun to
Hmm.
hang out with to a degree. It depends on the scenario. I would think, yeah, we're nice people. You can, if you want to come hang out with us after a show, we're down. Have a beer,
Yeah,
talk about our sets, talk about sports. Um,
I would say so far, 100% of the people that have been on casuals are cool to hang out with. I will
yeah,
say that.
absolutely,
I will say
absolutely.
that. Yeah. Now, who knows going forward when who knows when you get uh Skip Bayless and
They're not coming on. I have
who
a
the
rule.
sky is the limit.
We banned them. We banned Skip Bayless.
Who knows when Will Kane comes on casuals? Who knows? But
All right, Max, hit us with another one. I think we got time for two more.
Do you have a dream NBA superstar and musician collab? Like if they were to make a track together, an NBA player and a
Hmm.
musician.
I would love now the way 21 Savage raps
Hmm.
and the way Anthony Edwards. I would love them to have a Wyclef and Rocket doesn't matter type track where AE just talks, 21 just raps, but it goes together. But I know, we said not hip hop.
No,
So I'm
you
gonna
don't
go
have to. I
Victor
mean,
Oladipo and Tank. And
I
you know what
like
I'm
it.
saying, get the ladies, you know what I mean?
I just feel like everyone, I mean, especially big brands, they go immediately basketball, hip hop, and it's just like that's no, it's too on the nose. It's too easy. Basketball
Hey,
players listen
Michael
to
Jordan,
hip hops.
if he really to go, he wasn't listening to hip hop. He was listening.
That's
The new
right.
Joe album came out. He was swinging that baseball bat, smoking a cigar, listening to Joe.
Yeah.
He he hit a game winner, and they were like, he was like, "Yeah, I was listening to Anita Baker. Give it your best." It's like that's not the name of that song. You don't even know the name of that song. That's the '80s for you. He didn't even know the name. It's giving you the best that I got. He was like, I was listening to "Give It Your Best" by Anita Baker. Your man is like, hey, this is Kenny Lattimore, personal friend of mine. Yeah, duh, you Michael Jordan. You could be anybody's friend in 1998. If you want to be anybody's friend in 1998, you could. You bragging because, yeah, I know Kenny Lattimore. He on the Lion King 2 soundtrack. If you don't get out of here,
That's the thing is like Jordan was like listening to Michael Jackson and being like, "Oh, I'm supporting a friend." You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
the way
yeah.
we would go to like an improv show of a friend who does improv. Where it's like, yeah, they got a show tonight. Oh, where's their show at? Oh, it's at the Pepsi Amphitheater. He catches on fire.
Think about the 92, 93 season. They in the locker room like, hey, what did you do this summer? Oh, me? Oh, me and the kids, we went out. What did you do? Oh, I shot a video with Michael Jackson and Heavy
Yeah,
D and some kids named Chris Cross. They was playing in puddles.
clothes are on backwards. I didn't get it, but I was
Yeah,
there. I
I
was
was
there.
there. I taught Michael Jackson how to play basketball. You taught me how to moonwalk. Y'all see it soon.
He's wearing khakis the whole time. I was wearing basketball clothes because we were going to be
Yo,
moving.
Mike's hooping clothes was sick. Mike came to hoop in a red dress shirt,
A
some
hat.
black pants.
I don't know if he was wearing the hat and that. Yeah, and some loafers. Do you think he had the pennies in the loafers?
He had some loafers on, and it's like, dog, you had to deal with LA gear, but I guess you can't wear LA gear and get close to Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, he
But
wasn't going to have that.
also, you know what I'm saying? So Mike was like, I'm gonna wear the loafers.
Okay, I would. Mine's easy. I think I would do Olivia Rodrigo and Jordan Clarkson, both Filipino, but I think both of them are emotional, have a sensitive side. So that's my combo. I think Jordan Clarkson could have like a deep song about living in the mountains in Utah, in the tone of Olivia Rodrigo. So that's my combo.
I didn't even know that about Olivia Rodrigo.
Yep, Filipino. She's one of us. Max, Last question. Bring us home.
All right, last question for you guys. What is James Harden scheming for training camp? What is your most outlandish possibility for what
Okay.
he's going to do here?
Let me set this up real quick, Rob, because this is a great question to add on. So I think a couple hours ago, a story came out that James Harden is showing up to training camp, but he is prepared to make it uncomfortable. So I feel like it's like the night before Christmas. We're gonna wake up to like James Harden doing some crazy stuff. Rob, what do you think James Harden is gonna do at training camp to make it
Okay.
uncomfortable?
So he done already wore the Nutty Professor suit
Yep.
when he was trying to go to Brooklyn. So I think that's out. You know, I think they in Colorado because they really think they're gonna be playing Denver they really think they're gonna be
Wow.
playing in June.
Yeah.
They really think they're gonna be playing in June. It's crazy. So they out there in Colorado. Um, I think he's gonna bring a buffalo in. I think he's gonna take all the oxygen tanks. I think he's gonna let them out. Let all the oxygen out. You know what I'm saying? All the little personal joints that you do. Yeah, and it's gonna be helium in them. You know what I'm saying? So then B's gonna be like, man, why would you do that to us? It's not even cool. Hey, pass me the ball, pass me the ball. Like he's switching all the oxygen with helium for sure.
That's my favorite part about this thing is that all of these things he's gonna commit to the bit. You know, he's not
Hmm.
like that's he like I think he's I want or this is what I want him to do is come in with a giant like the tallest wedding cake ever and then just be like whoa, never drop it, but just always be like whoa, whoa. And then slowly the whole organization comes in just to watch James Harden almost dropping a wedding cake until he gets traded. um, that's one. But yeah, I was gonna say too, maybe like if he has like a boulder like the size of a basketball and he goes out there and he tries to dribble it and he's just like, oh man, the ball's broken, and he like starts complaining, ask if people can come and check on
Yeah.
this ball. It's gonna get
What if
crazy.
he? Remember he was trying to get the double step back off, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What if he step backs the whole court? He just step backs until he gets into the hallway. He just keeps stepping back.
He's like, yeah, he's just stepping back everywhere he goes. He goes, I'm playing basketball. I don't know about you guys.
Hmm.
He's
Hmm.
yeah, he's like, he's saying excuse me to everyone stepping back. That'd be incredible. That'd be incredible. All
Yeah.
right, Rob. Anything else that did you want to promote? Anything? What's coming up for old Rob Hayes here? You got your special coming out, which we promoted on the last one, fronting. What
Yeah, it
else?
still ain't out. It still ain't out.
It's not out yet. Okay.
We still editing it, so keep looking for it. Keep typing it into Google every morning, like y'all been doing. And one day something new will pop up. Uh, come see me live if you're out there. If you live in, if you're in New Orleans, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Los Angeles, California. Also the Inconsistent Podcast with Rob Hayes just keeps getting better and better. We
Yep.
got we got a couple classics on the way. I said that I have one episode in the bank, but it's really good. And then In Season, the podcast, the one and only podcast named after the In Season tournament, Rob Hayes, Jamel Johnson, we got kicked out of Follow Through Studios for some egregious behavior, but now we on our own and we're figuring it out. We don't
Some
have
John
video yet,
Moran type
but
shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know how it
I will
is.
say, and we were been talking about it. The season is coming up. We're gonna do some crossover in season casuals season preview. We're gonna figure out a fun way to do that. Um,
Okay,
yeah, we'll
I'm
get you
just
guys back
learning
on
about this
video.
now. All
I
right,
think I
great.
teed it up a little bit. So some fun stuff there. And then I'm actually in Atlanta right now. I won't say Rob worked on a
Hey,
project that is coming out. I would say on TNT opening night. That's all I'll say about it. But watch that, follow through. New merch dropping soon for the holidays. Um, Lakers Clippers, November 1st, their first matchup. We're doing a game time excellent. Rob will be there if he's available. Um, come watch the game at our offices. We'll put information on our socials at follow through on Instagram and Twitter. Awesome lineup that is yet to be booked, but our lineups never disappoint. Come watch the game, then watch some stand-up, food, drinks, all that. But yeah, just keep supporting Follow Through. Thank you guys for watching Casuals. Apologies for any technical difficulties on this thing. We wanted to keep the show going. Max, am I forgetting anything else?
No, I think that's it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.